guess I'll toot my own horn in a second. Well, I just think it's just incredibly ironic that on the 10th or 11th day of or more, I mean, I'm just not purchasing flesh. That means, even when, even with the inconvenient aspect, and even smoking weed, still choosing we'll just get the largest fry they have. More than just saying, yes. So this will be another topic with the say drugs or whatever, and I don't know if weed fits in there. And like the thing is, I don't care. Like that was the most psychologically addicting to me. Not now, I mean, but like when I smoked weed, that was as far as going the 24 I was so psychologically addicted to it. I guess maybe even back then they had a little bit of meth, coke, and fentanyl in the street weed. I guess I don't know how long it's been that way, but I just think it's ironic, all this complete lack of trust at a time when no one will tell me, and and I haven't really asked them because that's something here I'd like to advise. Like if someone say, yeah, stop eating flesh, I'm like, okay, oh God, it would give me a lot, not just more. It just made it a lot easier. Like, yeah, I mean, instead of like rumbling around in my head with it, it's like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Stop eating that flesh. Okay. Especially from a person you trust. I'm just saying that in general. Like a lot of times, like if you want me to do something, you ask. If you want to take something, you ask. Like I said, even the people in like the hotel room stealing, like I'm sure they'd give you something if you just asked. A lot of these people, you don't have to steal. Just you ever tried asking? I just use that as see that flows into like I have 1,000 questions for Philly, and I don't mean through this format. I'm just meaning like, but I don't want to seem like I'm trying to discredit her, so I'm not choosing to do that at this moment because it seems like I made a mistake with someone else. But that will go with that because I was asked to join a group and. You're not going to ask me to join a system and expect me not to analyze the living fuck out of it. I keep saying very high on the spectrum. That's one of the things we do intrinsically, like inherently, naturally. We just, and I'm just knowing me. We all have our things. And one of mine is analyzing systems. I guess that's a way to call it. It's like when I said it is that I came here more awake than others and all this, but where's that? Where's that rare birth chart getting me now? Where is that rare birth chart getting me now? And then I take it one step further. No, I haven't stopped all 100% all types and all drug use and all this, but start with the flesh. And yes, I've scavenged, meaning I've eaten flesh that I haven't went and put money to. Is that a different energy? I hope it is, and I hope it should be a different energy. It doesn't mean that it doesn't make my intestines longer. It doesn't mean it's actually better for just the avatar, the body itself. I get that, but there is a difference. That's the topic of this video per se. Scavengers, scavengers and predators both eat flesh, yet. The scavenger may serve an actual purpose. For the flesh should eventually disintegrate into the ground anyways, yet whatever, I don't know. How does the predator? And you guys, how's it going to eat? I'm goddamn. God, lion, God. Yeah, I know. How is the lion going to eat? And the thing is, and the lion's actual intestines, that's why, that's one reason why I buy or accept this, like, we shouldn't eat flesh thing is not the only reason, but it's like our intestines just aren't designed to eat flesh. We're getting away with it, but they're not designed to eat flesh. I don't even know, fish. Everyone separates our little things. I'm still eating eggs, the vitamin, for the eyes. I don't know, like if eggs has been my meat forever. If I get egg sandwich, for the same price as they give me all cows with potentially ground up, earth angels in there, I'm saying, like, actually, like, hey, I just living soul got ground up now into a burger. Enjoy. There's so many things about McDonald's, that, And one time I was so thrown off, it's like my body was so rattled as I was, uh, in the park one day. I was like, it came to my mind, did I just see a little ground up children right there? So, well, so I let the flow of like, I lost all my apps as I didn't the time before when I did a hard reset on my phone. And it's like, McDonald's is one of them. So I just downloaded the Taco Bell app instead, because at least, they have, something like they have a bean burrito at least that can at least, fill you up a little bit. Stomach, just shut up a second, like, hey, shut the fuck up, stomach. I'm trying to think. Like, so like people talk like, no, I don't, Dave Mag says we never hungered or thirst. So like, I don't think shitting's natural at all. I don't think necessarily eating is. Now, anything flows, I don't, pissing, I can kind of understand or accept. There's a flow of, water. Drinking, like, I wouldn't, I don't know. Just says whatever, whatever you identify with. But just the predators serving, and the thing is, the lion is designed to be a predator. That's what's confusing me. Who designed the lion? But I mean, its intestines alone are for flesh eating. What purpose does the lion serve? I mean, because like without breaking and training or catch them as a cub, saying you can walk up to the other, like you can walk up to a gazelle. It might run off from you out of fear because you got lions out there, and I don't know. You're actually taller than a lion. I'm just saying you can walk up to so many of the other creatures, and we choose to slit the throat of a cow. That's what's amazing. Like, let's get to him. Oh God. It's I don't mean for anyone to stop and read anything, because I'm not, I don't like reading. I just don't. I mean, I don't think I don't think it's natural. You do have to cut down a tree to do it in most cases. Of course, you can read on the internet now without cutting down a tree. So I guess that's the best kind of reading. So, not that I'm going to go hug that tree, but I might. Hell, who knows? But off track, Arena. But the thing is, what I really mean, you have the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And where we're going with that? Okay, yeah, but so no, don't get me misconstrued. I'm like, I think it's all perception. I just think our perceptions are just so limited that it's hard to get us an accurate assessment of situations on Earth. But I'm just saying, is there any, like, even the shark is a scavenger, isn't it? But the lion, it hunts. I don't know. So I'm just scavenger and the predator. What someone else think, not to yourself. Like, and it's like the bad thing is about, I wouldn't bound yourself to like being, like I said, construed, because that's why I went back to flesh. Is inconvenience, out in public. Basically, you can do it at home, but out in public it's hard to, unless you're like rich or something and you have time to put down a lot of salads or whatever. But it's very inconvenient out there on the run, and especially if you're homeless, it's not an option. You take whatever offered to you. So, even though Jesus said, like, hey, where you go, you eat what they got, so, whatever part of that is, any kind of accuracy, potential accuracy, that's why I don't understand what's funny about two Jesuses on a planet. And if there's two Jesus on a planet, it'd blow up. On a plane, you mean, on Earth. So I don't know. I just don't know what's so giggly about that. I'm sorry. There I go again. Like, that's not gossip. It's like, I'm going to recognize that laugh. I recognize that laugh coming from male or female. Okay? So I think I did it myself a long time ago. I mean, when I was around them, the author of the laugh. Or I don't know if it's the author, but there you go with that. I'm sorry. I made too long a video. It's supposed to be very short now, wasn't it? Yes, it was supposed to be very short. It was a very short video. I'll tell you what. But yeah, what did it say? So that's the reason I eat flesh, is because our intestines length alone verifies that we're not designed to eat flesh. Whereas the predators' intestines are very short. thus designed to eat flesh. But is the predator actually necessary?